So galling yesterday when I heard President Biden say, this COVID it's just become so political. Well, it didn't become political. President Biden, you made it political. Yeah, has this response engineered by Fauci and the other COVID gods, the media, the social media, has it worked? No, it's been a miserable failure. Unless you're of the left and you want to control everybody and control everybody's life, then this has been quite successful. Keep people in a state of fear. And that is how COVID has been used. They've kept people in a state of fear so they can control us. So again, the Omicron variant right now, when you listen to people from South Africa, pretty mild disease. The coronavirus has been around for a long time. This is just one variation of it itself. And now this one is creating variants. I guess I was never as freaked out as other people were. I ended up pretty early on in the pandemic getting COVID. I was completely asymptomatic, because about 40 to 50% of the people that got it are. Why is that? Why isn't Fauci talking about what natural immunity people already had to this, probably from previous coronaviruses? Because they want to keep us in that state of fear so they can push a vaccine on us and then boosters every 6 months so they can control our lives. Look at what is happening around the world, in Australia, in Germany, in Austria, in Canada. They are using the vaccines and the vaccine passports to control people. They're starting to quarantine those that have chosen not to get the vaccine. I mean, we have witnessed such a loss of freedom during this pandemic. And my main point in the release is they are using the state of fear to limit our freedom. And it is about time that Americans reclaim our liberty and start leading normal lives again. Quit being so freaked out about a disease that the vast majority, unless you are very old or you've got some comorbidity, the vast majority of people tolerate it and get by and get natural immunity, which the science is also telling us happens to be more robust than the vaccines that unfortunately aren't as long-lasting as we all hope they would be.
Senator Johnson, I don't want to bait you into a gotcha question or answer, but I got to ask it. And I apologize if I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I just got to ask. Are they using this COVID thing to have mail-in voting continue in 2022? That is my fear. I believe, again, I know I told you I'm a non-voter, but the voting process should be about people showing up and casting a ballot. I just don't think mail-in voting, it just seems too easy to be corrupted. So that's my fear about COVID, is that we're going to continue on with this mail-in voting thing, and I'm not a fan of it.
Well, I did mean to mention, we not only need your voice, we need your vote. So I'd encourage you to vote. But no, let's face it, that's exactly how they used COVID in the 2020 election. We doubled absentee balloting, and absentee balloting we were told by the Baker-Carter Commission that it represented the greatest threat for voter fraud. And so we doubled absentee balloting while we relaxed so many of the controls, which is why a lot of people just don't have a real, great deal of confidence in the result of that election. So, no, the left will continue to push that envelope. And it just was so galling yesterday when I heard President Biden say, this COVID it's just become so political. Well, it didn't become political. President Biden, you made it political, and you continue to make it political. You continue to divide this country along the lines of the vaxxed versus the unvaxxed. That's what these mandates are all about. I mean, the mandates are ridiculous. They're idiotic. They're pointless. We know people fully vaccinated can get infected. They can transmit the disease. So what are the point of mandates? If you want to get a vaccine, great, get it. You have pretty good protection for a certain period of time. But I believe in health autonomy. I believe in freedom. I don't think anybody should be pressured, coerced, or fear reprisal for not subjecting themselves to any medical treatment, including the COVID vaccine. So no, the left has politicized this. President Biden politicized this, and it is galling to hear him say, "Hey, come on, let's not politicize COVID." Sorry, you did that.